Head of government is going to be talking directly to the population on issues of interest. And, all this started, if I remember, Prime Minister assumed responsibility in May 2014. I think this started in October. I was posted outside. Then I think President Obama came here sometime in 2015. He also participated in this. Now, what started out as a unique, unprecedented, new innovation has suddenly, over a period of time, become a phenomenal outreach program where the head of government, Modi ji, communicates and interacts with segments of the population in a direct manner which then has a resonance both with the audience which listening, and the audience has grown. I mean, if you look at the kind of people, I mean, you have a situation now where normal activity comes to a stop. Abhi रहने दो, अभी मन की बात शुरू हो रही है. I think by about the time that we reached the halfway mark, it had already become an institutionalized this thing. Now, the sheer success, I think is determined by the content. The content is determined by the refreshing, direct messaging and the choice of issues that the Honorable Prime Minister covers. Now, I am personally aware of the fact that he and his office send messages, please, do you have suggestions for issues to be included in Mann Ki Baat? And I am, with the proud privilege of being associated with two ministries, I can tell you frankly, while many people have told me कि यार इसको PM साहब के मन की बात में include करवा दो. उनको लगता है अगर मन की बात में include हो जाएगी, तो that gives it a legitimacy in terms of the government's state system functioning, and which is far more important, that the outreach. I mean, normally you try and get a message across. You are into an advertising this thing. I think All India Radio has done quite well out of Mann Ki Baat. I'm just talking about the sheer outgoing thing. So I think it's when we celebrate the 100th episode tomorrow, it's really a milestone.
You've been part of the government. You've also been a diplomat in the past as well. The line of communication, over the last 9 years, whether it is bringing the people from the back of the regions and giving them Padma Awards, or probably, bringing the stories of the back and the beyond to the Mann Ki Baat. The line of communication in terms of the government versus the people, has that seen a significant change in your experience?
It has evolved. The Padma Awards themselves have evolved. I mean, since you mentioned the Padma Awards, I'm starting with that. I mean, look at what happened. Earlier, the Padma Awards were viewed as, rightly so, awarding success, awarding those who made a contribution. But somehow, why is it that in a country of India's size, the success and achievement were only amongst the so-called privileged? The very fact that the lens for Padma Awards is now looking way beyond the cities, and you are celebrating the achievements of people who would otherwise remain unheralded, and that is the beauty of it. Well, that's also the overall style. I mean, when the Prime Minister was even in the run-up to the 2014 elections, I clearly remember many people who wanted to use the maid thing. You see, what happens is, you use the media. Please don't misunderstand me. Media is good. Media is important. But the Prime Minister also used social media to reach out to people directly. That itself is an achievement.
मंत्री ने कम्युनिकेशन एस्टैब्लिश किया है, चाहे वो बैक ऑफ बियॉन्ड की स्टोरीज हो, चाहे आम आदमी की बात हो, चाहे अच्छी स्कीम्स की हो, चाहे वो किसी भी चीज की हो. आप किस तरह से इन 100 एपिसोड्स को
मैंने तो आपको बताया कि जब इसकी शुरुआत हुई तब भी हमने इसका स्वागत किया था. हमें पूरा विश्वास था कि ये जो डायरेक्ट कम्युनिकेशन है माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपने देश के नागरिकों को जो जिनकी बात आगे नहीं आती, जो प्रधानमंत्री जी की योजनाएं हैं, उनके जो लाभार्थी हैं, उनसे जो चर्चा करते हैं। और अभी ये जो 100वां एपिसोड कल होगा, उससे ये जाहिर होता है कि दिस हैज अराइव्ड, और ये अब एक नेशनल कॉन्शियसनेस में ये मन की बात की जो हर महीने मन की बात माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी कहते हैं, पर उसमें उन्होंने जो अपने देशवासियों को जो जानकारी दी, you can draw developmental lessons from that. You can draw lessons in socio-economic cohesion, जो हमारी inclusive policies रही हैं, सब पे उसमें चर्चा होती है, and it's a wealth of material.